Over the past few weeks, we've been sharing the exciting news of the new Live 5 exhibit at the Children's Museum of the Low Country. Now, CEO and President Karen Coltrane is back to share some family-friendly events and some parent tips for the last week of July as we prepare to enter August. Karen, welcome back.
Thank you.
Great to see you here. We were kind of in your neck of the woods for a while there.
You came over to my house.
All the festivities there opening up our new Live 5 exhibit. We're so excited about this. How has it been going?
We strive to have interactive exhibits, and this one, I have to say, exceeded my expectations. I was peeking in the little window in the room and watching a mom sort of doing, she had to figure out the opposite when you're looking at yourself on the camera, you know, and she was getting that down, and her kids were lined up watching, and she starts doing the weather, and she had an absolute ball, and that's what we go for. We want the parents to interact in the exhibits and play with the kids, and it's been amazing to watch, and it's just been so well received.
Yeah, well, if you guys haven't checked it out yet, definitely go. It's officially open at the Children's Museum downtown. It's such a beautiful thing to see the next generation of TV people behind the scenes, in front of the camera. It's so cute.
Yeah, who knew there were this many hams and theatrical? Yeah,
I'm not surprised.
They're in there. They're working
it. It's addicting.
All right, so other events besides the Children's Museum we want to talk about. So I've got a new one in town because, you know, we love anything reading. So this is one called Rocket Readers Blast Off with a Book. And it's happening actually in Randolph Hall on the campus of the College of Charleston at 66 George Street. And there's going to be story times with guest authors, activities, crafts, books for sale, that kind of thing. So if you're working and the reading at home is getting a little tiring here towards the end of the summer, this might be the boost you need. Rocket Readers Blast Off with a Book. So next up is a perfect activity for families. I was very excited to see this. It was designed for families out in Berkeley County. It's Kid Fest. They're holding on August 3rd from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. So you could go downtown and do one and then head out to Berkeley for this. It's the year's back to school celebration. It's going to have music, variety of family friendly events, food trucks, I always look for that, free children's activities, and back to school giveaways. So if that's of interest, that may be one you want to give. Yeah, we do love giveaways without a doubt. So I'm ready for the parent tip because we've talked about the museum enough. We're going to take a break from that for a minute because it is, there's some recent research out that I wanted to share with parents of young children about preschool. Now, you know, that's always a big decision in a household, preschool, not preschool, if families are able to have children at home. But I want to share that there are several recent studies that are actually consistently pointing to profound long-term benefits for children who attend high quality daycare, childcare, or early childhood programs. So they're critical for the immediate skill building, but apparently, as we've done some longitudinal studies, so looking at children long term, actually kids who have been in good programs are seeing higher graduation rates, increased college enrollment, and lower rates of juvenile incarceration. So there seems to be a real correlation. You know, it's hard to determine causation, but there is a big correlation between quality preschool experience for children and stronger educational outcomes down the road. So I just wanted to make people aware of that. Now it's obviously situational. But it's really important because what we're hearing and we're seeing nationally, not just here in Low Country, preschool and elementary teachers are reporting that young children are increasingly struggling with basic skills, such as listening, sharing, and the one that you and I struggle with, using scissors.
True. Not good at cutting paper.
That is a thing. I had to suffer it opening the new Live 5 News exhibit. We were trying to cut ribbons. It's a mess.
It's really hard.
Really get that skill down. And so work with children. So the regression, now my own personal theory is it has something to do with COVID and the lockdown. I think it probably does. But it may be even, you know, larger factors than that at play. So fundamental skills have been more observed over the past 5 years, indicating a potential gap in early childhood development that we do need to address. We need kids ready for kindergarten. That once they get there, and that's what preschool is all about, getting them ready for that kindergarten experience, starting school, first grade, because if they're behind there, all the research shows they struggle catching up. So we want them ready then. And that doesn't mean sitting them down and putting them at little desks. They learn through play, they learn through experience. So it's the fun stuff of being a parent and getting them out and showing them the world. But quality preschool, good component in there. So there's lots of ways to identify a quality program.
That's what I was gonna ask,
and that's what I'm going to talk about next week.
Okay, cool. So you're going to give us those tips
Yep,
next week.
I've got the resources. We're researching specifically in South Carolina what parents can do, websites, that kind of thing we'll get for you.
And you know, I'm sure we're going to be talking about this a lot over the next few weeks, but back to school season is upon us. Any tips right now as we end July, we go into early August, any tips for parents right now on how to prepare your kids?
Yeah, it is probably time to start watching the bedtimes, putting a little structure back in. We want summer to be fun. It needs to be. That free time, that's critically important. But right about now, early August is time to start to layer in a few of those, you know, let's not stay up maybe till 9 or 10. Let's get it back to whatever bedtime is during the week. Let's try to get the meals a little more regular. Let's, you know, just start to build that back in so there's not a shock come school morning.
Yeah, it's hard to go. I like to go to bed early too, but it's still light out. It's tough. It's tough. I don't blame the kids. It's hard.
Yeah, just close the windows. That's what I do.
Yeah, that's smart.
Go to bed.
That's smart. All right, Karen, thank you so much as always for coming here. And don't forget, guys, to go to the Children's Museum and you can kind of pretend that you're on this set as well.
That's right. That's right. It's fun.
Thanks.
Bye.